Okay, this is the Shozy 1.1. I did a video for this once before, but I'm going to be putting it in my top 5 that is going to be coming a top 10. Before I continue, let me swivel over here. I think that the TRM BA5, which I listen to a lot more, is better than the AM05 by Ibeso. I'll do a video comparing the two, so this would be a good example of 5 balanced armature versus 5 balanced armature, and then you telling me what song this sounds better than this, because so far as I can tell they're very similar, and I actually like the sound of this better. Maybe it's because I know that it's quite a lot cheaper. I don't know, but that video will be coming up. But for this video, go ahead and get it up a little bit right there. This would maybe be my second favorite on the list behind the Belons. This reminds me a lot of the N3AP by Sony. I don't know why. I've looked at the graph. I've done the graph myself. They're reasonably similar. They're not, neither one has a giant cavity or a giant spike. This has got one around 8K, but it's not that bad and it doesn't cause me any issues. This has got very smooth. These are both smooth operators, I guess. And I like that. That's why this is never something that would go to my Patreons, because it's a for life. Plus I'm a Sony fanboy. I like to keep the Sonys. N3AP. This reminds me of that. Let me give you a quick rundown of music. This is Friends by Led Zeppelin 3. The bass on the Shozy is elevated. It doesn't show itself in this song. It sounds reasonably clear. It doesn't sound claustrophobic. This is a set that I could listen to like on the plane or like this is the smooth operator. This and the N3AP are very similar. I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it's just it's got that slight musicality. It's not stone cold neutral or analytical. It's not, the bass isn't interrupting anything, though it's always ready to kind of explode. On something like Led Zeppelin 3, it's doing quite fine. Big Boy, Kill Jill. Boom. When this bass hits, boom. This is quite a hitter. This track in particular, you can go check it. It starts out with the like a Japanese girl singing, and then the bass drop is boom, and it is, you can feel it in your ear on this set. This is got a really good bass hit, really good. One of the better ones on my growing top 10 list. The Belon is fantastic for bass. The Semkarch is really good. The bonus IE. This might be the heaviest hitter. This or the Belon, I don't know. I mean, just boom. When this track goes from the beginning like chorus into the first hit, boom. This is On the Run by Pink Floyd. This is a DSD. Does it matter? Some people think that the trebles maybe sometimes slightly emphasized to the brain a little bit, I guess. I don't know. The detail on this is great. The clarity of the woman giving the gate announcement is good. Not the finest, but those are usually ones that tend to be not long-term listening, because they're giving so much detail they'll fatigue you. The S8F, love it. Very well reviewed by many different people of many different music listening genres. Okay, just got a phone call from my chick, my beloved princess, and this Sony doesn't like just keep going, so this video is going to be spliced together. So the quality, I guess the lighting is better anyway. The quality of the announcement is clear. It's not the best, but again, something like the S8F would be a boss at that, but wouldn't be something you might take on an 8-hour flight, because it's just so intense. But I'm not lacking anything. This is not, I don't know what people say, smearing, or it's not doing anything like that. It's playing music well. This is where I'm checking to see the Beatles can get kind of screamy. You know what I mean? Like they can get kind of loud. It's three guys, usually four guys, into the mic, and it can get. This is Across the Universe on the Let It Be album. Um, Nothing's gonna change my world. Ah, and then there's like a group in the background, or they're doing the ahs in the background. This is this sounds quite nice. This doesn't really step wrong. It's got a slight spike around 8K that could be sibilant for some people, but I'm not one of those people that's really susceptible to that. So I don't have an issue with that. And I don't know anybody that's come into my channel and said, I love that set, but it's got sibilant issues. So I don't think that that is an issue, or this reviewer has not had that issue. This is Can't Find My Way Home. Um, God, what's his name? Rick Groach? Grosh? There's a bunch of people's heads exploding right now. Great, Rick, Rick Gretch, Groach. Boom, boom, boom. Can you hear it? That's people's heads exploding. Anyway, Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, um, and Steve Winwood, and Rick Gretch, Groach. Boom, 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 boom. Heads exploding. This is great for the initial cymbal strike, and also the kind of the rhythm and the cadence of Ginger Baker's drumming is very kind of unique. And also in front of that, mixed in, it would be Eric Clapton, who seems to be in the front with the guitar, and then Steve Winwood kind of comes in. So it sounds wonderful on this. This kind of music, like 70s rock, is something that this excels at, because I listen to that and it's what I like a lot. And also, if you switch into something like reggae, hip hop, something that's got bass, it's going to totally fulfill. You don't need to EQ this at all. The bass does not overwhelm, um, unless that's what it was mixed to do, like that Big Boy track that I showed earlier. And then like Crazy Train, this is a 7-inch remix, Japanese mix. This is a kind of a rare one right here. Let's see if I can get that into focus. One of my proud files. This is quite busy. This has a lot of left right paint. I go left right. Sounds really, really nice. Randy Rhoads is on this track. He's doing his thing with the Flying V, and it doesn't sound too busy. Doesn't sound like something's not keeping up, or the dynamic driver is moving a little bit too slow. It's great at bass, but this is not a strong point. No, no, no. Crazy, but that's how it goes. God, I'm getting flashbacks, man. I saw Ozzy live actually. Um, Very good set. I wreck it. I for some reason it was stuck in my head that these were like 129. That they're actually about $79. So my new top 10 list is 60, 70 ish. But I'm not gonna $9 is not gonna keep these out of my list. Um, and I would probably put them number two if I were just to say which one would be number one. It would be the Belon. Which one would be number two? Number two would be the 1.1s. I like this set a lot. I think it's really, really good. And the Semkarch maybe would be three. I think the top two would be the only ones you really need to pay attention to, because the differences are very, 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 very subtle. I think Shozy made a winner right here. And 5BA that I wasn't even a fan of until I got over my head cold and my influenza, versus another 5BA that costs, I don't know, 4 times as much or something. That video will be coming in the future. But for now, Shozy 1.1. If you like that relaxed, like N3AP type playback, but you're not into $300, or you got it already, but you want something cheaper that's got that kind of musical, like I can listen to this for several hours as long as your source lasts, this would be one of those sets. There's not a lot of sets like that out there, to be honest with you. I know that because there's a set called the Alpha and Delta AD01 by Lend Me Your Ears. And even though that was one of the first I ever reviewed, it still sticks with me because it was just Such a nice, warm musical set. Like I loved it. Wasn't technically proficient, but it was enjoyable. This would be like this, but more technical and more accurate. Or I'm making that up because I'm just thinking that stuff that's 3, 4 years later is better. But this is a good set. So I took a 5-minute video and stretched it into like 10. I'll never change. And I'm out. Wrecked. Very, very good set. You'll be seeing this a lot because I'll be throwing my top 10s when I get a new item that I think belongs in there, like right in your face. So you'll see these a lot. If you were wondering, I like them a lot. I'd say they're my second favorite behind the B-Lons when it comes to this price range. And overall, they're pretty high up there, actually. And now I'm out.
Shows live on stage for hoes yelling my name. To be precise, ripping mics is the light